Blog Talk Radio.
And welcome to another episode. This is number 10 of Talk on the Rocks. This is Mike.
And this is Jamie. Oh my god, it's been 10 episodes already?
This is number 10 right here.
I can't even believe it.
I know. In less than a month, we're like pro.
We're something.
I'll go with something. So how are you this evening?
I am doing all right, actually. I just took a sip of our drink of the night, and I'm feeling better.
Cures all that ails you. So what
Cures my
are you
illnesses.
serving me?
I am serving you a spiced rum hot toddy.
Wow.
It's delicious. The website's up on our website. Did I just say website's up on our website? Yikes. I think I need another drink. Uno momento.
I think you need less.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, I'm better. Now the
recipe
is up on our website. Yes.
Very good.
Yes, and it's a very simple recipe. All you need is a shot of spiced rum and, of course, my favorite, Captain Morgan.
Wow, it does have a little captain in it.
It does have a little captain in it. And if you could see more of the screen, I might make the pose, but I'm comfortable where I'm at.
And you know what? Before I scald my fingers off, if I don't know if the camera could see this or not, she actually tied the string of the tea bag off on a nice little loop.
Hold it up a little higher.
A little higher?
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Around the handle so that it wouldn't slip into the cup.
Yeah.
That's care. You care about me, honey.
Well, you know, unlike I forgot to last time. Like, I usually just hold it on there and while I'm pouring the water, and last time I totally forgot and I dumped in there, so I ended up drinking that one because Mike didn't want to drink paper. What a baby.
What?
Whatever. Anyways, can I continue my recipe?
Yeah, I want to hear all about this.
All right. So we have a shot of spiced rum in 1 cup of tea with 5 to 6 tablespoons of lemon juice, 3 tablespoons of honey, and 1 stick of cinnamon. And we did our own version, as we always do, of these things, because honestly, we don't have a full bar. Not many people do. So I used the honey and lemon tea that we have, and I sprinkled some cinnamon on there, which actually adds a nice little kick, and then, you know, added the rum. So
wow.
It's delicious.
So you combined a drink of the night from a previous night with a new recipe, and
it's true. We are versatile.
You are versatile.
I'm versatile.
Because I've only made, 1 drink of the night? Out of the 10 episodes, I only did 1 drink of the night for us.
What drink was that?
The Cactus Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Where I screwed up the recipe for myself, and I kind of mixed 2 of the numbers, and I ended up with more Jack than I should have. And by the time I was to the bottom of my glass, it was definitely time for the show.
It was an interesting show.
It was time for the show to be over anyway. And I was glad to get out of there.
Well, so that's our drink of the night, and I hope everyone tries to enjoy this because it's delicious.
So if you were not with us last week, or if you have not seen anything on our website, you may not be aware that Jamie and I are undertaking a very noble contest, both for our own health. Scary contest, but it's for our own health, but also there's a benefit in it for the Michigan Humane Society. What Jamie and I are doing, we're in a competition to see between now and October who can lose the most weight.
True story.
Yes, and we decided every Thursday we would weigh in and see how we're doing.
So we would have Thin Thursday.
Yes, Thin Thursday. That was a phrase coined by my sister Sandy. Thank you. And we decided we would do it on a percentage of weight because I am a bigger person than Jamie. I'm 6'4", and she's
5'6" on a good day.
5'6" on a good day. So we estimated that to make it fair, just to time me, for every 10 pounds I lose, you have to lose 6.1
pounds.
6.1 pounds. Yeah. So, because I'm just going to shut them off. It's just going to be like taking off a suit. But
we did a little more challenging for me. I've worn this suit for a long time.
Well, we did our first weigh-in this morning.
Yeah, we did, and that was a little nerve-wracking knowing that, you know, my birthday was this past week, and we enjoyed all of the awesomeness that was the leftovers for a very long time, including the ice cream cake, which is delicious, by the way. Thanks, Dairy Queen. But I'm sure my hips are saying no, thank you.
Yeah, the amount of alcohol I consumed on Friday night probably did not help me all total. But I was actually shocked by the results this morning that I came up with. I did not expect it to be what it was. But are we ready?
Do we have a drum roll? Do you have a drum? Oh, fake drum roll.
Not good enough? Well, go on. Ready?
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I'm going first?
Oh, okay. Yeah, go
All right,
first.
well, last week I weighed in at 365 pounds, or 365.8 pounds. This morning, I weighed in at 359.6 pounds, a loss of 6.2 in a week.
Woohoo!
That's right.
Yay!
Thank you. All right, Jamie, how'd you do?
All right, well, I did not have nearly that much of a loss. But I did lose, so that was good, despite all of the gorging that happened this week.
Well, just to set the stage for you, just to stay tied with me, you would have to lose 3.78 pounds.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Oh,
I'll have to make up for it in another week.
Well, first tell me how much you lost so then I can gloat.
You're not encouraging me, honey.
I mean, go. Here, drum roll.
All right. No, I weighed in at 224.6 pounds last week. This week, I weighed in at 224 flat. So I lost 0.6 pounds.
Hey.
Which is ridiculous, but...
That's 60 cents towards the Michigan Humane Society.
That's right.
0.6 pounds.
That's right.
That was the twist. That's the twist to this contest. For every pound combined that we lose, we are going to donate $1 to the Michigan Humane Society in the name of the winner between the two of us.
That's true. And also, obviously, Talk on the Rocks as well.
Talk on the Rocks, right.
And I'm hoping to convince Mike that as along with the donation that we perhaps adopt a smallish dog.
Jury's still out on that one.
No, it's not. We're going to get a cute puppy.
Mm-hmm.
I want a puppy.
So, well, we wanted to get something silly out of the way real quick because I don't know why.
Because that wasn't silly enough.
What?
Our way in.
It's no laughing matter. It's serious. It's a serious health issue.
Oh, serious business. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
And by the way, this is going to go on to our blog, talkontherocks.com, our website later on tonight. We always post our weekly weigh-ins there after the show. If you want to, come along with us and on this journey of weight loss, or if you just want to encourage us because you're already thin enough, because you're beautiful the way you are.
That's right.
You are all beautiful the way you are.
That's right.
Post comments. I mean, we love to hear from you, and whether it be words of encouragement, recipes, whatever you got, or success stories, we want to hear it all. Or if you need encouragement, we're more than happy to provide that to you.
That's right. Or if Obama wants to encourage you as well. Inside joke. Okay, for all of you that don't know, some of our listeners have taken to, since we had a big discussion last week and kind of turned political, we talked about Obama a bit, and every time we said Obama, they had to drink. So if y'all want to get in on our little drinking game, Obama.
Tonight's not a good night to play that because this drink of the night requires more preparation because you have to heat up part of it.
Well, that's true, but not everyone's drinking what we're drinking. In fact, some of our other listeners have posted on Facebook what they're drinking tonight, and honestly, I'd like to try theirs.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to come back to that.
Our friends in Ohio made coconut cream pie drinks, which sounds delicious.
It does sound delicious.
Whipped cream flavored vodka. Can I swim in it? Is that improper? That sounds delicious.
Well, I wanted to get something silly out of the way though. Before the show, in fact, you might have already heard this if you saw it on my website, eatwithaspork.com. Earlier today, I was having a little bit of fun with the Autotuner. I always wondered what it would be like if, you're growing up and everyone's gotten barked at by their parents. And look at teenagers today, how there's all kinds of attention span disorders, that kind of thing. Maybe people would listen to their parents more if they were auto-tuned.
What do you mean by auto-tuned?
I have an example. I mean, like T-Pain. Where they... Yeah, and Kanye
the electronic
West and all that.
sounding.
There you go.
Got it.
There you go.
Okay.
Makes them sound more hip, more fresh.
More something.
So, I don't know. I just kind of reenacted a argument that may have been had over a report card between a son and his father. Can I share this?
Yes.
All right, you ready to hear this?
I'm ready.
Hey son, what the How was school? pretty good. Report cards come out today. Well, let's see it. I did better this time. You take a look. It's pretty good. Just give me the report card. I'll be the judge of that. Here you go, Dad. Don't get upset. What the hell is this? It's 2 C's, 3 D's. Yeah, at least you got a name. Physical education. Yeah, I'm pretty good. That's good. Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. But all these C's and D's, how do you explain all this? Oh my God, I'm gonna blow a gasket. Dad, you gotta listen to me. I never really. Better go upstairs, do your homework. All right, I'll call you down when it's time for dinner. We'll talk about this more then.
So, yeah, there you have it. Auto-tuned parents.
Can I just say that when you first start talking as the kid, I thought you dropped the F-bomb. It says, I thought you were like, what the bleep? And I was like, wait, what?
No.
I didn't get that you were role-playing when I first heard that. I was like, wait, you can't say that.
So
that was pretty funny, though.
Yeah, I know. So, and it's funny because cause I was actually playing with it for quite a bit today. I wasted
which is not shocking.
I wasted a good half hour of my day.
Only half hour? That's pretty good for you, honey.
It all started once upon a time that I was on the Glee karaoke program, and I decided I was going to try to beat one of my high scores for Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Mm-hmm. And then I started playing with the a cappella version, and I started running it through the mixer board, and I'm like, holy crap, that makes me sound like a very, very untalented T-Pain. And next thing you know, I'm clicking record, and there you go. You got to hear it.
Just one thing led to another, and...
Terrible.
Yeah.
So that's out of the way. And
no, that's pretty funny, though. Like, honestly, if your parents actually sounded like that when they were getting after you... Okay, A, I wouldn't be able to stop laughing to actually take them seriously, and B, I would lose not all respect, but be like, really? Like, really?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it'd be funny, like, in retrospect, but at the time, I think it would be ridiculous.
Yep, well, I've got to figure out how to do the auto-tuner through the mixer in live version.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'll have to just do the whole show auto-tune, and we'll lose all of our listeners. I'm kidding. I wouldn't actually do that.
We have some people talking in our chat right now. We're still debating on our keyword for tonight, whether it's going to be Thin Thursday or if it's going to be just beer. And yeah, we were talking a little bit about the last show and the stupid trolls that were in our...
Should that just be something that happens we already got Drink of the Night. Should we also throw in...
our keyword of...
This is starting to turn into Pee-wee's Playhouse.
You know what? I don't...
The secret word.
Oh my God. What is that song? Oh my God. It's an Eminem song.
Yes, that's where it came from. Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's what they would say. Every time the magic word got said or the secret word got said.
I had no idea because clearly I'd never watched Pee-wee's Playhouse.
I know. Well, that was because the show came on when you were like 2.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God. I'm so old. When Pee-wee's Playhouse is a foreign concept to you, you know what? Oh my God! After the show, check me into a retirement home. I'm done.
Oh my God!
I'm done.
Oh my God! All right, so that's our keyword for tonight. Is
Okay, we're not. No.
Yes, it is.
I'm not gonna do that all night.
Okay, well, make me look like an idiot, but everyone's gonna be drinking because of me.
I never make you look like an idiot. That's self-participation.
Excuse me? I can see
next?
you over there.
What's next? What do we got up on?
Oh my God. Anyways.
Are you ready to talk about a bathroom or what?
No, I want to talk about something that has to relate to our weight loss kick.
Oh, okay. You go right ahead.
All right.
You talk, I'll listen.
All right.
Well, maybe I'll even interject.
Okay. Well, okay, so this first week, despite the fact that it was, my birthday and we had a really hard time sticking with the diet because we had delicious food in the house, and that was a bad idea. But I was looking at things online today, and there was an article that talked about 6 foods that are holding you back. And I can honest to God say that at least 2 of them are a huge problem for me. So, yeah, we'll just talk about them for just a minute. These are the foods that you just have to say no to because they're really, really bad for you. They can tamper with your fitness goals, or they're just plain unhealthy. So the first one that I want to talk about is sports drinks. And are you going to interject at all, or am I just doing my Jamie's Health Minute?
You go ahead and do this, because
Okay.
I'm not a sports drink fan.
Okay, well...
Gatorade is not in me.
Okay, yeah, well, it shouldn't be, because Gatorade and all those other sports drinks are a really bad idea. They're chock full of ingredients that you don't need, especially like extra sugar, artificial flavors, and food coloring.
Well, yeah, haven't you seen the commercial? I mean, they got to put all that stuff in there to make sure your sweat glows orange.
I know, right? Like, what is that? Like, I want to sweat yellow and orange, and I want to be like, yeah, that's disgusting. Anyways, really bad for you. And they say that they replace electrolytes and all that kind of stuff. Really, you should just be drinking water and then eating properly after you exercise and before you exercise. Also, secondly, they actually recommend instead to drink chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk.
Okay. First of all, I mean, I'm sure there's science behind this, why that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. But can you imagine after you just got done doing suicide drills on the ice, or you just got off a big shift from a basketball game, we've been running full court back and forth for the last 3 minutes. You're going to sit down the bench and just chug down some ice cold Nestle's Quick?
Okay, well, it's not so simple as that. They're talking about, like, after you're done with your workout, after you've done your cool down, beer is not the thing to drink. Try chocolate milk, because it replaces a lot of protein, carbohydrates, calcium, and fat, and leucine.
Okay,
Leucine?
I just want to just get one thing clear,
What?
though. Just make sure my headphones aren't broke, whatever. We are in a show called Talk on the Rocks.
Yep.
And you just told the audience not to drink.
Not to drink beer after you work out. Duh. You don't want to throw up, and that's a waste of alcohol if you
Nobody
throw up.
throws up from drinking beer if they work out. Because the people who are drinking beer if they work out are tough.
All right. Apparently, Jenny says beer does a body good. Mm-hmm. All right, fine. Drink beer. I don't care. But it's suggesting chocolate milk as well. So, I don't know.
So
Drink chocolate milk, and don't put vodka in it. No, liquor and chocolate milk doesn't tend to mix unless you're doing like a chocolate liqueur and then adding milk, because you don't want to curdle the milk. And yeah, anyways.
Okay.
All right. Protein shakes.
So avoid Gatorade and sports drinks. Now avoid protein shakes.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. That to me should be like a no-brainer, I would think, because you're trying to lose weight. The last thing you need is like heaps of protein.
Well, right, and that's exactly it. There's actually too much protein. Like, the only reason that you should be eating or drinking protein shakes is if you're like a bodybuilder. And actually, too much protein can have adverse effects, especially on women. So it's just more important for women to stay hydrated while they work out, so that the water breaks down the protein.
Does it say what kind of problems they can have from too much protein?
You know what? It doesn't. But excess protein can also lead to bone loss. So I'm assuming like the whole osteoporosis angle is why they say women really shouldn't be drinking protein shakes.
Wow.
So anyways, they said instead to try scrambled eggs, because that's more natural proteins. So.
All right, so after a hard workout, you should sit down and have yourself a glass of chocolate milk and a plate of scrambled eggs.
Yep. But stay away from the bagels. Because it sounded like just go eat breakfast after you're done working out. Like, work out in the morning before you get, like, right after you get up, go work out and then eat breakfast. Stay away from their bagels.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that didn't make the final cut of Rocky. All right, when I'm done with you, you're going to drink this milk and eat these eggs, and I'm going to have you crapping.
Yikes.
And that's it. No thunder, no lightning, just crapping.
Yeah,
That's
apparently
terrible.
so. But yeah, because bagels are actually a lot of calories. Because, like, let's think of a bagel. What is a bagel? It's basically like 6 pieces of bread smashed together. Because that's how dense they are and how thick they are. So you're easily consuming 400 to 500 calories per bagel, depending on the type of bagel that you get, added with the cream cheese, piles on saturated fat, yada yada.
Can I auto-tune you when you give these science lessons?
Yes, in fact, you may.
All right, I just want to make sure I stay focused.
All right. Whatever.
All right, so
You're not going to like the next one, though.
wait. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm actually trying to listen tonight.
Okay, well that's good.
So I've got no Gatorade.
No Gatorade.
No protein shakes.
No protein shakes.
And
no bagels.
no bagels.
But you can have chocolate milk, scrambled eggs, and oatmeal sprinkled with nuts, raisins, and cinnamon.
Wow.
You know what? These trade-offs aren't that bad, although the next one might be a little painful for a lot of people.
See,
well, the trade-off isn't that bad.
Well, wait. I see. I'm more of a Cheerios guy than I am an oatmeal guy.
Well,
because I don't know, just oatmeal is painful.
Yeah.
I mean, you can flavor it all you want, but it's still oatmeal. Whereas Cheerios, especially Honey Nut Cheerios,
is delicious.
It is delicious. It actually feels like I'm treating my body well.
Right.
And my taste buds are being rewarded in the process.
Well, to answer Laura's question, because she asked about whey protein, and this article doesn't speak to actual whey protein shakes, so I don't know. You'd have to look that one up. Sorry, dear. But, yeah, the just regular protein shakes, I think, is a problem.
What's a whey protein shake? I'm thinking it's like some kind of like California type thing. Like
with all those avocados and those granolas.
No, I was thinking more like that protein shake ain't gonna build you up. Whey.
All right, moving on. That doesn't even deserve. That does not even deserve.
I didn't get that's my please laugh, Jamie button.
That.
Hey, it works. It works. Yeah. It works.
Don't hurt yourself fist pumping over there.
It works.
Yeah, okay. Anyways. All right, can we get back to my last couple so we can move on?
I'm dying. Go ahead. You do it.
All right. The next one, no bacon.
What?
No bacon.
Okay, that's it for Talking the Rocks.
No,
this isn't...
Listen, it says the bacon's really bad for you because it's high in
I know
bad
it's
protein.
bad for you, but
listen, it says try Canadian bacon instead.
That's not bacon. That's ham.
Oh my God!
It looks like ham. It's rubbery. You know what?
It's delicious, and the movie is fabulous.
Listen, you know when you go to McDonald's and you get the Egg McMuffin when it comes with Canadian bacon?
I love it. That's my
favorite. You bite into it and you feel like you're having to stretch the bottom of a shoe out.
Oh my God! Oh. You've just had bad Canadian bacon.
Is there anything?
Wait a minute. You're comparing McDonald's Canadian bacon to Canadian bacon as a concept. That's like saying the only thing that I know about. I don't know.
Listen. I gotta go with what you know. But listen, you go to the store next time, and you buy some of this
Canadian bacon.
You get some Canadian bacon.
Yes.
And we'll sit down. We'll have a real meal involving Canadian bacon.
I will do it.
And you know what? If I like it and I eat the whole thing, I'd say, "Oh, that's delicious." I will come on the air and I will
tell everyone about it.
I will just give an ode to you and your
thanks, honey.
Your Canadian bacon prowess.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do it. And Jenny suggested turkey bacon. Jenny from Ohio suggested turkey bacon. That's worse to me than Canadian bacon. I've tried turkey bacon. I've tried the different things. Turkey bacon has a weird texture.
I want to try.
That's I don't know, bacon strips for dogs texture.
Okay, how do you know what that's like? If you put a bacon strip in your mouth? Wow, you really do love your dog. You really do love your dog.
Listen, I was
put it in your
7.
Mouth. Come have a kiss.
Oh my God, I was 7. And what kid hasn't tried their animal's food? Come on.
Me?
Your son has tried the guinea pig food.
And he tried dog food.
Yeah, see? Not strange. All kids try weird things.
Okay.
I'm just saying. All right.
Well, I was just going to say that I've always wanted to try the ground turkey. In fact, I almost bought some in Meijer the other day. I almost did. I saw it, and I'm like, you know what?
Wait. Back this up. Back the train up.
What?
When I suggested, let's say it's probably about 6 months ago, when I suggested that we use ground turkey instead of ground beef for making anything from hamburgers to tacos to spaghetti to anything that would involve ground beef, you said no, that's gross. I'm not going to do it.
You know the problem is though, I didn't come up with the idea. That changes everything.
It's a guy thing.
It changes everything. Now that I've contemplated it,
and
I suggested it,
it's just the best idea ever, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. All right, so go ahead. What else are you going to take away from me in the food department?
All right, well, I don't know.
Can't have bacon. Thank you.
Nope.
And of course, you're telling me I can eat eggs, but can't eat bacon. That
right.
double hurts.
Hey, didn't say you can't have sausage.
I'm sure that's next on the list somewhere.
It's not, actually. And I don't know if I agree with this next one because, listen, the next one is cocktails. You're not supposed to be drinking cocktails, but you have to switch it out with wine or light beer. And this isn't a ploy to get you guys to drink just for saying beer. It does actually suggest that, but do what you want. Clearly we drink on this show, so take it all with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Telling our audience
or
not to
a
drink
salt-rimmed
beer
cup.
and not to drink cocktail, that's a sure way to win them over on this show.
No, it said do drink wine or light beer.
I know, but not to drink cocktails.
Right. Well, we drink cocktails, so clearly that's a food that's going to hold us back.
Yeah.
Anyways, the last one is packaged deli meat.
You know, that actually makes sense to me, though.
It's got a lot of sodium.
Yeah, and they got to keep it preserved.
Right. So they said instead to try home-cooked chicken or fresh-cut deli meat, which actually I like the fresh-cut better. It tastes more real.
Yes. In fact, I actually brought home a Delight from the grocery store.
I know. I was hoping tomorrow you'd make me a sandwich before I go to work.
Oh, of the new stuff?
Yeah.
I had it with a slice of cheese. It's honey barbecue chicken breast. And I didn't put any mayonnaise on it or anything. I just ate straight up with the cheese and the bread. And it was delicious.
Well, I do enjoy a good sandwich. So if you choose to make me one tomorrow, maybe with a little bit of my Gulden's mustard and some pickles, that would be delicious.
We'll see.
All right. Anyway, so that's my little tidbit for this week on dieting, and take what you want out of it. I posted the link to it in our chat, and we can put the link on the website too. But some of the tips make sense. Others of them I'm going to choose to disregard. Take it all with a grain of salt, or a salt-rimmed martini glass, whatever you'd like.
All right then.
So, all right. So now I would like to talk about the topic that you brought up.
The bathroom.
The bathroom.
Master bathrooms to be.
And this is actually funny. I don't know, honey, if you found this article because of what I was talking about this morning, but we had an incident this morning in the bathroom where I like my bathrooms clean. I'm a girl. I don't like shit lying all over the place.
Excuse me?
Not literal shit, like actual objects.
What? I thought that we were having a family friendly show.
We're talking about alcohol consumption on the show.
Oh, all right. I'm just shocked because I'm not used to you using such colorful language on the radio.
Well, okay.
Wow.
Well, okay. Sorry. Whatever.
You know you're capable. I'm over here blushing. I'm blushing.
Anyways, moving on. So this morning we had a little debacle in the bathroom. I like a very clean bathroom, whereas the boys could care less. And Colin is taken to wiping his face on every towel there is available in the bathroom, including the hand towel for wiping your hands after you wash your hands, a random washcloth that's always left out on the counter for some reason, and also my Turby Twist, which I have over here because it just got washed, thank God. But ladies, if you don't have one of these, you need one.
Where did you get that one?
I got it for Christmas from someone who loves me. But Turby Twist. I would put it on, but my hair's already done up, but whatever. It is fabulous. Love my Turby Twist. It actually dries my hair and keeps it all, contained. Because, you always throw a towel on your head after you get out of the shower or whatever, and you bend over to pick something up, and there goes a towel, and it's not in your hair anymore. And then you're like, crap, I gotta redo it. Turby Twist, fabulous. Put it on, do the little rubber band thingy in the back. You're all set. It's beautiful. I don't know who invented this, but you're making millions right now because this is a fabulous thing. Anyways, Colin turned around from brushing his teeth and wiped his face on my hair towel. I was there. Nearly had a cow. I get grossed out about things like this. I flipped out. And I didn't actually have to say anything because Mike said it all happened and he yelled at Colin right then. But I walked out of the bathroom and I told Mike 2 words: master bath. I am tired of sharing a bathroom with someone, 2 people really, but Mike is better than Colin is about taking care of things in the bathroom. But I'm tired of being the girl who, I'm the only one that puts the toilet paper on the roll the right way, but on the roll to begin with. I'm the only one that wipes down the counters. I'm the only one that washes the mirror. I'm the only one that puts the stuff back in the drawers when you're done with it. Like, everything else is laying out on the counters, and it drives me batty.
Well, here's the thing. Every time I go to do it, it's already been done. So.
Well, because no, that's not true. That's not true. Because you definitely have used the bathroom, and you want to know why I know that someone has used the bathroom other than me?
Why?
The toilet seat's up.
That could be anybody.
Anybody, including you two.
Maybe,
I would never leave the toilet seat up.
Maybe you were the last one to do it, and you had such a bad dump that you had to like lift the seat up so you wouldn't dribble the plunger all over the seat. And then you forgot to put it back down.
No.
That's
hard...
entirely possible. Entirely possible. Do you have, hey, pictures or video, or it didn't happen?
Do you really want me to picture and videotape what happens in that bathroom so I can show you? I am not the one that makes the mess, but I'm the one that has to clean it up because it only drives me crazy.
Okay, point taken.
Thank you. Laura says if we had a pedestal sink, you don't have stuff left out on counters. Well, that would be nice, except for we're renting and I don't have a choice. But still, we'd have stuff all over the floor then. I can guarantee you stuff would be left out. All I'm saying is we need a master bath.
Yes. Well, let me tell you something. As somebody who formerly had a master bath, it's a nice thing at times, but once you start having to share the master bath with a significant other, the lines of privacy get blurred very quickly.
Now, wait a minute. We share a bathroom.
Yeah, but it's not connected to our bedroom.
Right, but do you honestly think that despite how comfortable we are with each other right now, that we would ever be comfortable, like, moving that line?
It's still early yet, honey.
Yeah, but...
It's still early yet. I don't know. I could be in there, brushing my teeth, and you decide you want to come in there and have a seat and and stink
Take
me
some
out.
kids to the pool?
Yeah. You never know.
No, because I would never, no. Pooping is private. I'm sorry. It is.
See,
you know what?
No, see, you've peed in front of me.
Yeah, but that's different.
I can't do that. I'm bladder shy.
No, you're not. You've
Yes,
peed in front of me before.
I am bladder shy. I don't know what it is.
Whatever. You have peed when I'm in the bathroom before.
It's like I'll go to a public restroom in the movie theater or something, and if there's somebody else in there, I'll have to stand there forever. But once I hear them shut the door as they're leaving, all of a sudden, boom, waterworks, come on, I'm good to go.
Okay.
So I have a hard time doing that in front of you, and I certainly am not going to do the other one in front of you. But I don't know. But sometimes you just, if I'm in there and you just need something quick, you could just come right in, barge it on me. And the other thing is that if you're doing that in the bathroom, whatever, it's connected to our bedroom. Okay?
Yeah.
That stuff hooks onto you, and you drag it through the house.
Listen, sometimes the things you do hook onto you, and you drag them into the bedroom regardless of where you did them.
I know. Well, that's when I pull out my Glade sword and cut the beast down. And the thing dies. Done.
Yeah. Well,
don't mess with me,
that's
fool.
why we'll have one in the bathroom. No, I am all in favor of a master bath. I don't know about y'all out there and whether you have master baths or not and what you think about them and if they've decreased your privacy between you and your significant other, but I am totally in favor of a master bath. Yes. I don't want to share a bathroom with our kids because they are going to clean their own bathroom. I would love to have another opinion on this. Yeah.
Because here's us. I'm sure we could make a master bathroom work. I don't know. It just depends on the right master bathroom and the right setup. I've been to some houses where, it's like yeah, it just wouldn't work.
So Laura weighed in and said, Laura is my best friend and she lives in Michigan with me. Well, not with me, but in the state of Michigan with me. But yeah, she said that the master suite is the way to go. And Wendy's on.
Well,
she
hi,
said
Wendy.
Wendy is Mike's sister, and she said that she can't listen on Blog Talk anymore.
Why is it too choppy?
She said, I don't know why. She just said weird. She just said weird. I can't listen live on Blog Talk anymore.
Huh.
So I don't know what happened with that. but...
Yeah, 'cause it's still showing us connected. Anyway, all right, go ahead.
Anyways, she said that they have 3 bathrooms. A master doesn't make any difference. That's not helpful, Wendy.
Well, again, my whole thing is that it's attached to your bedroom. And again, the convenience of it, okay, I could see that. Just the whole bit of, I mean, it's connected to your bedroom. You're so close, just like when you want to shave in the morning. And
I see, that doesn't bother me. Like, I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't know. I used to get really freaked out when I first moved in because, I didn't want anyone to hear me going to the bathroom. Like, I turn on the ridiculously loud fan that no one ever turns on when I was in the bathroom. Because
that wouldn't give away that you're in the bathroom taking a dump.
No, not at all. So, I don't know. I don't know. I have grown, well, our family has decreased in size as well since I moved in, so I'm a little bit more comfortable with the immediate people that are in the house, but at the same time, it doesn't bother me. Like, everybody does it. You know what you're doing in there. So.
All right, I'm just saying. So.
And Laura says you don't have to use the master bath if you don't want to. And that's true. If you don't want to use the bathroom in there, if you feel uncomfortable, honey, if you feel uncomfortable taking a dump in the master bath toilet, then go do it in the other bathroom.
I know, but the master bathroom is supposed to be nicer.
Well, that's true. Wendy said that hers is the only one with a cushioned seat.
I want a palace. If I'm going to have a house that's to my taste, I want to have a
Then why are you complaining about a master bath that you're not even going to be comfortable taking a shit in?
Because I don't want I don't want that connected to my bedroom. Because I'm sorry, it's like that.
Should we put padlocks on it? Like, should we put a screen door in it, like to make you feel like it's different?
I want a different bathroom location, and I would love to have a padlock. I would love to have a retina scan.
Oh my
God. And fingerprint access to
Wendy
it.
says build you an outhouse.
No, because I won't work in the winter, and I don't want to get my I don't want to get my tootsies cold when I have to tiptoe out there.
Tootsies. Anyways,
but I'm just saying, it's like when a man goes into the bathroom, it's at home. I'm one of those people who, if there's any chance I could hold that and bring it home with me and do it in the privacy of my own home, I will.
Then why are you complaining about doing it in the privacy of your own home? This is your family.
But it's different because I can do it down the hall.
Well, then do it down the hall.
It's almost like there's a separation there.
Oh my God!
But it's like I just got done doing that in the master bathroom. I come out and my butt doesn't even have a chance to breathe, and I'm already having to slip back into bed because it's right there. There's no walk down the hallway. There's no separation. There's no chance to detach
to
from
shake it off,
detach from the fog of war,
to make sure the anaconda is dead.
No, I mean that happens regardless. I mean,
everyone in chat is saying you're a big baby. Jenny says use the neighbors. Mike says spray anyone.
I'm not going to do that to my neighbors. I have too much respect for them.
Yeah, and Wendy says you're full of it. You enjoyed torturing your siblings with your stench. He still enjoys torturing. He farts on Colin's head. Let's just be honest about it.
That is a lie. You know what?
It's not a lie.
You know what? That's
it's a form of torture. Colin did something bad. Come here, son.
No, that does not happen. Welcome to Fantasy World with your host, Jamie, and the innocent victim, Mike.
Whatever. Anyways, Mike from Ohio is agreeing with your tactics.
Listen, I am going to go to thinkgeek.com and I'm going to buy some of those spy gear things. And I'm going to you can do your cooking show, and then I'm going to have a higher rated show when people see how it really rolls around here.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I got this thing clocked.
Oh my God. Okay, apparently your nephew Matthew was doing it to Papa the entire time he was there in July. It's hereditary, apparently. Your dad is the biggest culprit, though.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, my God. You don't know anything about your dad being the biggest culprit?
I'm trying to be polite on the air.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things,
right,
from where this topic has gone.
Yeah, he's the king.
He is the king. I think he likes being the king, though, you know? I think he takes pride in it.
He opens up the bay doors and gives birth to a mummy. And his are so bad that they cling to you, and you try to walk away from them. You get blamed because you're carrying it around with you as fresh as it was laid.
It's true.
So
Mike from Ohio says it's a man thing. Conquer the weak.
Yeah.
So, all right. But I agree. I enjoy the idea of a master bath that's much nicer than all the rest of the bathrooms in the house. Should there be more than one more. But, yeah.
So can I give my news flash now? Because
Your news flash?
My news flash, and you would appreciate the segue of all people.
Okay.
Jamie,
Oh.
because of how you feel about it.
All right, go ahead.
The other night we were talking about the RoboCop statue. Nice how we go from crap to RoboCop, huh? I knew you'd appreciate that. Come on, laugh. I pushed the button.
You know, it's kind of funny, though. I think I used the same that I did the first time you mentioned this. Yes, it's about beer, Jenny. I'm sorry. Yes, beer. Beer.
I'm not going to dwell on it this time. I'll just make this quick. The RoboCop statue got funded. They raised the $50,000 to make the statue. It's a reality. It's going to happen. There's going to be a RoboCop statue in Detroit.
You know what's sick, though, is who donated land for this to be put on? Someone donated land.
I don't know about that part of it, but I do know that, you know.
I'm going to look it up real quick
Lots
because
of
I'm
people
fairly certain I
donated,
saw this.
Even as little as $1. I mean, it came from all walks of life to make this a reality. So, wait, you're looking this up? We weren't going to dwell on it.
No, I need to know now.
Oh, my goodness.
I need to know.
Well, can I go ahead and go into the next subject? Because it's just going to take you forever to figure this out.
No, it won't. Although, okay, see, here's the thing. Oh, my ankle is really itchy for some reason. The mayor of Detroit, Mayor Bing. Bing. It's kind of fun, actually. He still says that there's not going to be... Well, wait, when was this from? Hang on.
Yeah, that's probably his original post. I don't think he's commented.
Oh, this is from my birthday.
Wow. All right, Jamie in the newsroom keeping us up to date.
You know what?
Can we just move on? I just wanted to celebrate for a moment that RoboCop is going to be built here in Detroit. It's going to become a reality. Hooray. I hope everyone comes and visits and spends lots of money in downtown Detroit because we need it. We need the city to bounce back. And, okay, I'm done with my tourism promotion. Now,
Here, Michigan.
Yeah. All right. You want to talk about the nacho cheese?
Yes, nacho cheese.
Well, this is very unfortunate, but how old, 3?
He was 4.
4. A 4-year-old kid, and this was at Disneyland or Disney World?
It was the one in California, World.
Okay. So this 4-year-old kid at Disney World, thank you for giving me the facts, by the way.
No problem.
4 years old at Disney World, and his parents buy him nacho chips and cheese. This poor kid completely obliterated his lip from how searing hot this cheese was.
Oh, I'm sorry. The family was from California. The theme park was in Florida.
Okay, I take back what I said about thank you for the facts. But thank you for
Whatever.
the correction.
Thank you, Laura, for the correction.
Anyway, the bottom line is, wherever this happened, the moon, down the street, whatever, kid burns his lip on the nacho cheese that is scalding hot. Mm-hmm. And so now the family is suing Disney.
Yeah.
And I guess, number one is that...
Wendy, of course. This is your number one. Why did they give it to him right away?
That's
nacho
exactly
cheese
what
is
I
always
said.
scalding hot.
That's what I said. And you know
That's what I said when I freaking told you about this story.
Here's my theory on that, okay? Because my first thing was, wouldn't you see the steam? Then I thought about all the times I've been to various sporting events and I've ordered nacho cheese and chips.
Well, apparently that's not how it happened, though.
Oh, well, okay. Well, how did it really happen before I tell my story?
The accident occurred, according to the San Diego Union Tribune, when the boy sat down to dinner in an unsteady chair and grabbed the table to prevent himself from falling. The boy's hand caught the food tray and a paper cup of nacho cheese flew into his face. Okay, then shouldn't they sue for unsteady tables, too? Like... Really?
That's unfortunate, but
But the fact that the cheese was that hot to begin with, let's start there. I mean, I know that it's supposed to be hot because it has to be to certain regulations, but I don't know.
Wait, so the kid is in an unsteady chair.
Yes, he sat down in an unsteady chair and he grabbed the table to prevent himself from falling, but as he's grabbing it, he grabbed at whatever was on the table, and the nacho cheese happened to be
I would
what...
love it if there was security footage of what happened. Because as a father of a toddler, well, he was a toddler not too long ago, what did Colin like to do in chairs?
Tip.
And still does.
Tip.
Tip.
Yeah.
Tip, yeah.
Yep. Wendy says that it was only on his mouth. That's BS. Like, if that's the only place that he got burnt, why wouldn't it be on your arm? Why would it be on your hand?
It's almost like perfect eating place. I mean, that's just too coincidental.
Right.
I saw the picture. Yeah, that's just too coincidental.
And it's on his top lip, too. It's not like, it's not like it's splattered somewhere else.
In other words, like where the kid went with a fat chip or whatever with the cheese.
Bleh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is his fingers burned?
It didn't say.
Because I guess I don't understand. I wish I had that Taiwanese guy who makes all the crazy reenactments of like mundane stuff. I would like he could make a reenactment of this. Like, okay, the kid's in the chair. Okay, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's unsteady. Which, how is it unsteady enough that it's going to make him completely fall to the point where he has to grab?
Right.
I mean, first of all, is this chair looks like a dragster where it's like way up top? I mean, literally there would have to be like visible difference between the leg heights, where
right.
you go to sit down in it and you're hearing a click clack when you go to sit down in it. Because everyone's had those kind of chairs when they were kids in elementary school with that one leg that's always the half inch to an inch shorter than the rest, and you're always going to sit down and feel like you're in a rocking chair.
Right.
I can see that to a degree, but to be so unstable that the kid's going to fall out of the chair, grab the table. Three Stooges episode pulls the cup or however they grabbed at it, and it goes flying there. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I know. And right on his top lip.
And dribbles a little bit right here.
Yeah. I actually did put the picture up because I think people need to see this if they couldn't.
I wish there was more proof of exactly how that happened, because that story is not adding up in my mind. I mean,
I don't know.
This is the most unluckiest kid on the planet who gets the bum chair, and then manages to get the scalding hot nacho sauce. And also, I mean, are they saying that they bought the nacho cheese with the chips and they go to sit down at the table? They must have just sat down because for it still to be that searing hot.
Yeah. Yep. I know. Wendy said it looks like he was snorting it, which it kind of does. I'm not going to lie.
I don't understand. Like, it'd be more of his face. Like, if it's a whole paper cup of it.
Right. Why isn't it on his hand, or why isn't it on his arm? Like, it landed on his top lip.
That makes more sense, though, the fact that it was in a paper cup. I mean, because I'm thinking, visualizing like an old-fashioned tray of chips and nacho cheese where you dip the chip into it and it's more open. But if it's in a cup, does that burn not look like a drinking injury?
Slightly, yes.
Yeah, it almost has a shape to it, like he tried to drink it.
Right.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with a kid trying to do that. I mean,
but at the same time, hello, where are the parents?
I know, but it's easy to turn your head for 1 second. I just wish I knew more of the story. The story just doesn't add up that he fell and he went to grab at it.
Right.
If that's really what they're saying their story is, that doesn't add up.
That doesn't make sense.
They're just trying to almost like they're trying to save themselves from the question that me and Wendy asked: why are you giving your kid scalding hot nacho cheese to begin with?
Right.
And the story I was actually going to tell to kind of save face for them was, when I buy cheese, sometimes it's in the pot so long it almost has time to make like a little film.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you dip into it.
Well, yeah, but if you didn't see that when you hand it to your kid, you just look at it and there's no steam coming out of it.
Right. I don't know.
But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they didn't give it to their kid. They did set it down. They turned their back for a second.
And the kid tried to drink it.
I mean, there might be, like I said, security footage somewhere where this happened to make me look like a fool, and it really did. He's fallen out of his chair and
like, that's highly unlikely that it's just his top lip that got burnt. Like, that is really unlikely.
Well, that reminds me of another story that happened a few years back, and some of you might remember this or heard about this, about that poor kid who choked to death in the movie theater over a piece of popcorn. I think he was 3 years old, and the parents let him have, popcorn. I mean, anybody who's any remotely a nervous mother hen like I am, you've heard about how those husks and those kernels. I mean, that's prime for choking. They just
for sure.
If they try to swallow it whole, it doesn't take much. A seed, anything.
Right.
And so you're in a dark movie theater and they're giving their kid popcorn,
and they're too focused on the movie to pay attention to what their kid's doing.
And the kid ended up choking to death. But I want to say that they end up finding they end up letting the movie theater off. They end up saying there wasn't enough. I mean, really, what can?
Well, it's at that point, it's not the movie theater's fault. They didn't force the parent to buy the popcorn. They didn't force the child to eat the popcorn.
And they obviously didn't sell the popcorn to the kid. They gave it to the parents.
Right.
And they assume that they're going to use their best judgment. How do you make, what's next? Hot dogs? You sell a hot dog, and hot dogs are the perfect choking food.
Yep.
I think every family's had at least one person in their family choke on a hot dog. It's like perfectly shaped for clogging your throat.
Huh.
Do you sue the ballpark or everyone else who sells the hot dogs?
Right.
Because you let your kid have one, he choked. It's the nature of the beast. It's food.
Wow. Yeah, okay, so Wendy was just talking about that too, and how choking scares the crap out of her. She won't let the kids eat gummy Krabby Patties anymore. Kendra did choke on it, Mike's niece, and apparently Kendra's uncle died from a hot dog on his birthday.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God. That's awful. I'm sorry, Wendy.
Yeah.
That is terrible. Like, choking on a hot dog. Was it a hot dog that Colin choked on? I can't remember. No, it was a piece of chicken, I think.
Yeah.
But it's really scary.
Well, I've choked on a carrot. I bit off more than I could chew and just try to swallow it.
Right.
I almost choked on a Lifesaver, but it had a hole in the middle, so I was able to barely breathe.
He just felt like he had asthma.
No, Sandy had to help me cough it up. But at least I was able to. It wasn't like life or death. At least there was enough of a hole there to. But it was like that uncomfortable stuck, like it stuck in your chest.
Right.
God, it felt horrible, but I wasn't gonna die.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever actually choked on anything, but I've definitely had the whole like gag it back up with the mozzarella sticks. You know how like the part of the cheese you swallow and then some of the cheese is still in your mouth and you're like, I think that's as bad as I had it, but yeah. Anyway, so scary stuff. Although getting back to the kid with the nacho cheese, Wendy thinks that Dad smeared it on his lips for money.
I don't know. Well, who knows? It's unfortunate with these kind of situations, like the people who always magically find mice and rats and stuff in their bottles.
Right.
It's hard because how do you prove it unless
unless you had surveillance.
Obviously, you could prove by saying, "Look, here's a rat in my Coke," but when did it get there?
Right. Who put it there?
Yeah. Did it get put in there after they opened up and started drinking it, or was it there from the bottling factory?
Right.
It's unfortunate.
Apparently, Ginny from Ohio's dad died the same way, eating a deep-fried hot dog.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, hot dogs are just the thing to stay away from. You remember when President Bush choked on a pretzel?
Yeah.
That was like a huge thing.
Yeah, and that was actually glorified in the movie W.
Was it? I never saw the movie. Yeah. I think I wanted to watch it one time. You're like, nah, I don't want to.
Yeah, well, I saw the part of the movie where he did it. I haven't seen the whole movie yet. It's too soon for me.
Too soon?
It's too soon. He just got
too
out of
soon
office.
To make fun of him?
He just got out of office. Give the guy a break.
Okay. Anyways.
So
I would like to move on to talking about one of my least favorite places in the whole world.
Oh boy, here we go.
Walmart. That Walmart makes me need a beer. Lots of beers.
All right. So why is Walmart on your radar now?
Walmart's always on my radar, but for several reasons that have been in the news recently. The first of which, do we want to talk about the one that happened first?
Go ahead.
All right. Apparently, Walmart sold this guy an iPad. Except it wasn't an iPad. It was like the mock-up, like fake iPad that they use for display. Somebody had put it in the box, and I don't know how they didn't like check this beforehand, but apparently it had like a glass screen with like a screenshot of what an iPad would look like when you turned it on. The guy took it home and tried to use it, and clearly it didn't work. And he took it back to Walmart, and Walmart refused to refund his money or to exchange it for an iPad.
Yeah. How? Oh my God! How would you like to be that guy? Because obviously, if he's buying it at Walmart, he's not exactly
rich.
Yeah.
Like the rest of us. But I'm just saying, like
that's not fair. I don't mean it like that. But
hang on. Are they the same price?
Who really has $400 to throw away on something and then not get the item they paid for and just say, oh well, I guess you're right. I guess I should have checked the box before I walked out.
Right. Like who does that?
So it's unfortunate.
Yeah. So, but still, like, I don't know. I don't know how you guys think, but okay. Wendy says she hates Walmart. Apparently, there's a good documentary about them, not taking care of their employees that you can watch on Netflix. Yeah.
Well, there's a whole other show topic. You could spend a whole show talking about how people feel about how they treat Walmart employees, but it's not pretty. I mean, they're in it to make a buck. I mean, they're out there to be the lowest, retailer there is. I mean, they're supposed to be, bargain priced and all that. And so the easiest way to tweak the numbers is to make sure you keep your cost of employment down.
Right. So
that's the first place you look. So, but it's unfortunate that that he has to fight with Walmart. Basically, he bought the iPad. So, they got the floor model in there. Tell him, oh no, sorry, we're not going to refund you, as if they don't believe him. Because, like he said, he must have obviously bought a real iPad, then went and ripped off a floor model for fun. And put it back in the box. I mean, I don't know.
But still, yeah.
But the other one, the other story you had is what gets me. You want me to do it, or you want to do it?
It doesn't matter. You can do it if you want.
Someone bought two Bibles, and wanted to return one or both. I can't remember.
I think it said both. Want to return them? So
yeah, didn't need them, whatever. But they brought the Bibles back, and the person at Walmart says, "Oh no, we can't do that. It's actually illegal to return books back to the store." It's illegal.
Which I still I'm like, really?
What they expect the person to do? Oh, I had no idea. Well, I guess I'm stuck with these Bibles then. I mean, illegal to return books? I mean, I understand what maybe whoever told this employee this idea. I'm sure this employee did not come up with the idea on their own, but
yeah,
whoever told this to the employee, the manager, assistant manager, whatever. The idea is, obviously, Walmart is not in the business of being a library. Come in, buy a book, take it home, read it, bring it back. I mean,
well, clearly not. But I think that he literally returned them a couple days later. They weren't. He said they weren't used.
Right. Right. Bought them and then brought them back. I mean, plus they're Bibles. I mean, no one's gonna buy a Bible just to take it home and read it and bring it back a couple days later.
Right. And especially two Bibles. Okay, what's he doing? Buying random Bibles and then returning them? Oops, sorry, not the right ones. Or nope, this has a typo. What? Anyways, but the fact that Mike said, where did she come up with it's illegal to return books? I mean, I know Borders is filing for Chapter 11, but at the same time,
Well, it gets back to the fact that when you're in a retail situation, some people will tell customers anything.
Right. Well, this is the thing, too, because Mike from Ohio said that their Walmart has a no questions asked policy, and according to this article, the employee who wouldn't allow this return to happen said that there was a store policy against returning books, along with it was against the law.
Right.
And then when asked to find the policy, they couldn't, and the manager spent 10 minutes or she spent 10 minutes looking for it on her computer, and then the manager ended up putting the refund through.
To keep the whole facade up, she goes, well, I don't even know if this will go through. I guess I could try it.
Right.
That kind of
and
thing.
then it went through, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. You got cash back. But, yeah. Well, I've never had a problem taking anything back to Walmart. I've had radio pieces for the radio station that I bought there that, like the splitter, the first splitter I bought, it had a short in it. I mean, they said, is there anything wrong with it? I told them, I got my money back, no questions asked. So I personally have not had a problem with Walmart.
With a return policy?
With the return policy.
Yeah, and I think that's how it is at most places, but I don't know where this person, if they were having a bad day or whatever, but I don't know.
Well, I'll give you another example, though, what retail people will do. This happened to us when we were buying my vest.
Yep. Well, yes.
Yes, we were buying my vest. We were trying to decide what I was going to wear for our engagement pictures. Mm-hmm. And so originally Jamie had picked out this awesome vest, and I tried it on. I'm like, this is pretty cool. And then I looked at the price sticker on it. It says $75. And I about passed out.
Which is funny because he doesn't go shopping very often at all, and he doesn't realize how much clothes cost. And $75 was about average for what it should have cost. But
This shirt I'm wearing, this brown shirt, I probably own this. This is probably at least 10 years old.
yeah, that's why we're getting you new clothes.
But so anyway, so I'm like, okay, forget it. And I said we gotta find something cheaper. So we ended up finding a gray Superman shirt, and the whole idea was I was gonna wear
one of the shirts he already has
already
that I
had-
bought him.
a button up over
Right.
it, like to give it the layered look, and that would be that.
Right.
So we get the Superman shirt, we leave, and as we're leaving, I'm like, I told her ahead
But
of time,
hang on, let's back up a second. How much did that Superman shirt cost?
like $25.
It was $35 actually.
Okay, well, whatever.
$35 for a T-shirt. He had no problem spending it on that, but he had problems spending
'Cause I was
$75 on an
fixated-
outerwear.
I was fixated on the just dollar figure, and not what I was getting for the dollar figure.
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was 25. Because I wouldn't have said 25 if that wasn't what I had in my mind.
All right.
Anyway.
Anyways, but
So as we leave, we walk down the strip mall to the T-Mobile store because we were going to go in and check to see if they had the USB modem, for just using connected to your laptop to get broadband internet from your cellular provider. And they had a sale going on where it was get a heavy discount on a phone if you re-up your contract for 2 years. And lo and behold, they had a sale going on the T-Mobile G2, which, speaking of which, tomorrow during the day I've got to get that rebate filled out.
and you need to call T-Mobile about our texting thing.
Yep. Anyway, and of course I went and dropped 100 and something bucks on the spot, and Jamie
More than I was.
Jamie looks at me and goes, "That's it. We're taking that shirt back, and we're going to go get that vest, and you're
It
not
was a
going to complain."
That's right.
And there was no negotiating. There was your way or I would die.
Pretty much.
And I like to live, and so I said, okay. And plus I was too busy looking at my phone. I was so excited about it. But so we go back into the place. Now, also, another thing that happened while all this was transpiring, the guy, as we left with the T-shirt, said, "Oh yeah, fill out this survey." This was from the clothing store. Fill out this survey, and they'll give you a coupon for $25, 20 or 25.
I think it's 25.
$25
I think that's where you got the 25 off.
off your next visit. So Jamie did the survey on her phone, and they actually put the coupon right on her phone.
Yep.
So we got back into the place. We're going to return the shirt, and then we're going to buy the vest, and then we were going to have the guy use the coupon on it, so we were going to get the vest for $50. That was going to be a good deal. We were all happy about it, all smiles. It was all good.
Right.
The guy goes, I can't do that. It's going to screw with my averages, man. It's going to screw with my averages. I go, wait a minute. You're telling me that you're not going to use the coupon, because all we want to do is return the shirt and then turn around and buy the vest with that, and then use the coupon. No, it's going to screw with my average transaction. No, I really don't want to do that. So and Jamie's getting flustered. She's like, can't believe it. So I look at
because how moronic is that? You're actually going to not take a sale that actually you're making more money on what we're buying than when we previously bought. Yeah. Because you're going to screw up your averages. Yeah, that's a bunch of bull hockey.
I'm the damn customer. So anyway, I looked the guy right in the eye and I said, well, you know what? How about this? Return the shirt. We'll put the vest back on the rack. We'll go out into the car. We'll sit there for a minute, and we'll change our mind and come back in and decide to buy the vest with the coupon. I mean, that's how stupid it was. Mm-hmm. The guy's like, all right, I'll do it.
And then he tried to be all buddy-buddy after that, and we're both like, yeah, whatever, buddy.
Right. So
it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, we won't be going shopping there again.
No. But anyways, I wanted to continue kind of this clothing topic because quite a bit of chatting has been going on in the chat room about clothing and holding on to clothing, because you mentioned that shirt is probably 10 years old. And I wanted to bring up, along with Wendy, that both of us have flower girl dresses still from when we were in weddings, from when we were in single-digit ages. She has one from when she was 3 when she was in Sandy's wedding, and I have one from when I was 9 in a friend of the family's wedding. I still have this dress. The other day we were talking about all of this stuff, like clothes and holding on to things or whatever, and Mike got super annoyed with me that I kept this dress Yes, you were. Don't even lie.
I wasn't annoyed. I was just questioning. What's the point of having that? Because you said yourself it wouldn't fit anymore.
Well, that's true, but it's the same thing.
I kept this shirt because it still fits.
Yeah.
And it's not full of holes.
Oh my gosh.
There's a difference.
That's right, Jenny. They never understand. You want to save papers for posterity. I want to save a dress. Is that so wrong? I still have my first communion dress. My mom still has my christening gown.
Okay, little baby stuff is one thing, but this is a full size dress that would fit you, except for the cup size is wrong.
Yes.
See, and what do you do?
Which is sad.
What do you do with it? Do you take people into your closet and be like, look, let's go back down my history. Look,
no, I don't.
Here's my first prom dress, and here's my first.
I was in
this friend's wedding, and I was in that friend's wedding. No, here's the dress I wore to the such and so's wedding.
No. It's personal. That's right, Laura. It is personal. And Wendy said that I am saving it for her next niece, so you need to zip it.
All right. Well, that's a good point because apparently Dusty will be the look then.
Not that she'll wear it. Well, she might. I don't know. Ginny said that what dress? Oh, the dress that she wore for the first day of kindergarten, her daughter wore it for her 5th birthday. So there.
That's still little person stuff. That still makes sense to me. But I'm talking about your dress is like for a full-grown person.
No, it's not. It was from when I was in 3rd grade. The fact that I was that chubby in 3rd grade that I can still fit into the dress when I'm 25 years old is kind of sad. But I'm just saying, like, the fact that it only comes up to, like, my knees right now and my boobs are too big for it now, but the rest of it would still fit, was besides the point. It's the fact that I'm keeping something from when I was younger in a memory.
Jamie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've had the wrong attitude all along. When we're famous for doing this radio show years from now, and the Smithsonian comes knocking on our door for mementos,
that's what I'm saying.
They are going to drop a load in their pants when they see all the stuff they have to pick from your history. And people are going to go walking down the Jamie Hall of Fame, and she's like, oh my God, she wore that dress when she was 9. I'm so close, I feel like I'm right there. I could almost touch it. And because you saved that, you gave those people that experience.
That's right.
And thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I'm very wrong.
You should be.
I'm sorry. How do I make it up to you? What do I need to do?
Wendy says I should save the dress for my after photo. Well, maybe. Although I'm hoping that my cup size doesn't decrease in all of this weight loss.
Me too.
Yeah, but Mike is still adamant. Mike in Ohio is still adamant that he only has 3 shirts, but his wife says he lies.
I have a closet full of stuff.
You only wear 6 or 7 of your shirts.
I know. I have sweaters. I don't know. I got polyester stuff in there that's I just hate the way that material feels on my skin.
I know.
And
well, okay. That's why we're going to donate to Goodwill and to the Salvation Army, and we'll just get you new things that I approve of.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, anyways. Wendy says that she's 84 pounds down. Oh, by the way, Wendy, again, is Mike's sister, and Wendy's also on a very awesome weight loss journey. She's very inspiring, and half the reason why, because she has these awesome things that come up on Facebook saying she just spent 15 minutes shoveling snow and burned 8,000 calories. I'm like, dang it. I knew I should have.
Well,
I should have shoveled the driveway this week.
I had to laugh, though, when they had that big snowstorm. It was every 15 minutes when I log on to Facebook, it'd be out there shoveling snow, 15 minutes, burn X amount of calories. And then 15 minutes later, out there shoveling snow. Wow, that snow is really coming down.
It sure is. But
so then there's me. Picked up the phone, dial plow guy, burned 3 calories.
Okay, you didn't even do that. I burned the 3 calories. And you know what? I burned even longer than that because I stood there watching him and then wrote a check.
Yeah, and then the guy didn't even do it right.
Yeah, well,
that's the bummer of it. I go to back out, and I'm assuming that he had cleaned the width of the garage, and so I didn't. I'm using the rear view camera on our fancy new car, and it's all the snow blended in. I couldn't see because more snow had come down. Next thing you know, it's like, okay, why am I stuck? And he like plowed it on an angle. So there was, I didn't see the snow coming.
I think that you just weren't paying attention when you backed out, and you actually backed into the side.
No, because when I had to go out there and shovel it, I was hitting pavement. And believe me, I was standing there looking, because I originally thought it was my own dumbass fault.
Yeah.
I actually thought that first, like, man, what a dumbass. When I got out and actually looked, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm straight line back and from the garage, and I'm in the snowbank. What the hell? I'm on my driveway. Well, only $50 back.
Right. Wendy says, talking about the weight loss thing, because they're still talking about how bodies change and breast size changes. She goes, no, it wasn't in the bra. If it was, I would have just brought Swiffer pads to attach to my shirt. That way I was dragging them around on the floor to clean them. Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We are family friendly, because every person can relate to this if they're in a family. It's very relatable. But anyways. So, and all that's done from Walmart.
Yep. Well, Walmart and their low prices get families talking.
About something, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Anyways.
Eventually, we're going to get people who are going to be curious enough to call in.
Yeah. And we don't want to shoo them away like we did with Ginny.
Oh, with the voicemail?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, beer. You know what? I think I need to actually drink beer one night, because if that's going to be whatever our key word is, we should decide it ahead of time. P.S. Ladies, I need you all to weigh in as to whether I should actually do a cooking show, because it'll be just me this weekend. Mike is leaving me tomorrow, and I'm going to be very sad. But yeah, we need to figure out, am I going to do a cooking show on Saturday? And if I am, bear with me, because it's just me running the show.
Yep.
But
yeah, I'm gonna be heading on down south to the warm weather.
Would you be enjoying beer?
No, I won't be enjoying beer this weekend.
Oh.
But it'll be a nice visit. See Sandy and see my dad and see Sandy's family. So that'll be nice, and get to enjoy a little bit of weather.
Right.
What's it supposed to be? 80 on Saturday?
Don't remind me. Yes, it's supposed to be like 72. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 75. Saturday's supposed to be 72. Although I'm a little nervous because you're coming back to a wintry mix here on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. You just need to tell the pilots to be extra careful.
Oh, sure, because they all have a death wish, I'm sure.
Yep, they do.
Be like, oh,
listen,
man.
They drink and fly.
Some do.
Yeah, well.
But those planes practically fly themselves. I'll be all right.
All right, fine. I'm nervous. It's Colin's first flight.
Yeah, I know. He's. Anyway, here's a good topic to bring up. How about things not to tell a toddler when they're ready to try something new?
For those of you that actually know a history of Mike and whatever, try and guess who he might be talking about as to bad advice to give a toddler who might be going on an airplane.
Well, let's not get into details, but just lay it out there that Colin is getting ready to take his first flight, and somebody else important in his life who does not live here but is not as on the other side of the family. I'll quit pussyfooting around. It's his mom. His mom says, "Wow, takeoffs and landings are really scary," and gives Colin a complex. He immediately goes, "Can I put you on hold?" And he's so prim and proper for 6, almost 7. "Can I put you on hold, Mom?" Sure. And he hits the button on my phone. "Dad, you lied to me. Mom says it's really scary to take off and land in a plane." I'm like, "It's not scary, son. It's fun." "Well, Mom says it's scary." Now, okay, why would you tell your almost 7-year-old son that something is scary
when he's just about to do it?
I mean, here's the thing: you get ready to get him to try a vegetable. Oh, I'm not sure if you like this. You can try it anyway, but it's probably gonna be pretty yucky.
Gross.
Probably gross. That's you know what? You're not gonna like going on an airplane. It's really scary, but you have to do it because your dad's making you. I mean, that's not what she said to him. She just said it was scary. But you get my idea. Where you don't sell the negative on something that's brand new and you want them to experience it.
Right.
Now, I mean, on the other hand, you might tell them that, hey, you know what, son? Drugs are bad. They'll melt your face off. They'll reduce you to nothing but a flesh-covered skeleton, and the rats and worms will eat your brain while you lay there motionless. And so, don't do drugs. Okay, that might be a way to That's good parenting right there. Take notes.
Right.
Make sure that that's good drug talk.
Right.
The government always says to tell your kids about drugs. Well, I just did.
Well, you didn't tell your kid about drugs. You told someone else's kids about drugs.
We've already had some talks.
Right.
In fact, alcohol was actually brought up the other day. He just didn't understand why people drink alcohol.
When did he talk about this?
One of our night talks when I'm tucking him in, and I spend a few minutes before bed.
45 sometimes.
Well, that was that. Well, he tells me the other day. He says, "Dad, when I'm an adult, I think I'm going to try cigarettes." And I'm an adult.
No, you're not.
I'm an adult, and I can do that. And I said, "Well, son, you are right. You'll be an adult, and I can't tell you what to do anymore. But I can tell you because I used to smoke that it's not good for your body at all, and I really wish I wouldn't have because." Now I look back and I don't know why I ever liked it because they tasted terrible and they hurt my lungs. I probably won't like it either, but I might want to try it. I go, well, son,
that's your choice.
That's your choice, but take it from me. There's so much better stuff out there. You're right, Dad. You're right. So that was the talk we had.
Right, which is fair. I mean, Wendy just brought up the fact too that apparently she and her older daughter had the drug topic come up, and they told her that it's not okay, but admitted that they tried some marijuana when they were younger and it was dumb, and then they did the drug talking class. And I do remember going through 5th grade DARE class. I don't know if you guys have that here in Michigan. Do you?
If we did, I don't remember.
I forget what drug abuse resistance education. Oh my god, I can't believe I remember that. But yeah, we had to go through that in 5th grade, and it was basically an explanation of what drugs are, what they'll do to your body, and how you're a dumbass for doing them. But I remember going through that, and that's definitely a good thing for kids to go through. I mean, whether or not they actually choose to make good decisions or test the waters later on, I think it's still a good foundation of, hey, not just my parents have told me this. Like, an officer actually came in and said, this is what will happen if you get caught doing this. And that's a little bit more intimidating than your parents saying, I'm going to be disappointed in you. So.
Yep. Well, and you gotta start them young. When it comes to talking about stuff like that, you have to start them young, because by the time you get to high school, because I think that's
already know.
Well, I think that's about the time they really started talking to us here in this area about alcohol back then.
Right.
Was about high school, and I can remember we had a assembly, and a couple of police officers from Oakland County came to talk to us about it, and there was a question and answer session, and so one of the kids raises his hand and says, so if I get pulled over and I got like a paper bag full of empty beer cans, that I'm taking in to return for my dad, are you going to get me in trouble for having open intox in my car, intoxicant containers in my car? And the cop's like, no, you're not going to get in trouble for that. We're more worried about having, mostly full containers, and we can tell you've obviously been drinking them.
Right.
So after the cops leave and and everyone's just hanging out, milling around, the guy's like, yeah, next time we party, man, just have a couple of paper bags in the back seat, and then if the cops go pull us over, we'll just hurry up and pound them beers and throw them in. They'll never know.
What an idiot.
Yeah, because the cop is not going to be able to see silhouettes of people slamming beers real quick. And
no, not at all.
But I mean, it's just, there's no education at that point. You got your mind made up by then.
For sure.
Either you're going to drink or you're not.
Right.
So.
Well, that, and yeah, Wendy brought up the other topic of talking to your kids about sex too.
Yeah, and what about it?
About how you need to start young, and that, kids know more than you think they know, and kids hear more than you think that they hear. Although I was kind of shocked. I don't know if I should bring this up, but I teach 5th grade catechism at our church, and it came up because it's in the Bible. And I've been really trying to focus on my 5th graders. By the time they leave me, I want them to know how to use a Bible, how to look something up, how to know what chapter, verse, etc. means. When they see that printed somewhere, they know where to find it, how to find it, etc., other than using Google. I wanted them to experience looking something up, and so I we were supposed to do a lesson on scripture, and they had a different scripture story than I wanted to use because I was going to try and pair it with VeggieTales, which is the best show ever for kids that you're trying to teach moral stories to and the Bible, etc. But I decided on using Joshua and the Wall of Jericho. Well, reading this in the children's Bible that are available at our church, they talked about how they sent like a company of people into Jericho before they actually crashed the walls down to like make sure that once they crashed the walls down that everything would be okay, they'd have supplies, et cetera, et cetera. But the person that they had to go to was a prostitute. And it said the word prostitute in this Bible. So all my kids go, "What's a prostitute?" I'm like, huh. About that. How do you teach fifth graders in your catechism class what a prostitute is without getting nasty phone calls from parents about what are you teaching my kids? I had to very delicately tiptoe around, it's a person who sells
gives
their body for money.
They give away hugs and kisses in a private manner for money.
Yeah, and in retrospect, I probably should have said, ask your mom, but at the same time, I don't want them to go home and ask their mom and say, their mom come back and say, why were you talking about prostitutes in church?
Yeah.
Wendy says they cuddle for money. Yeah, something like that. But I also had the topic of circumcision come up in my class too, and because we were again watching a show, like it's an actual documentary on the birth of Jesus, the birth and life of Jesus, and it went through, like I played it through, like when he gets lost in the temple when he's 12 years old, yada yada. But it talks about how they brought him to be circumcised in the temple, blah blah blah, and all the kids are like, "What circumcision?" And I'm like, "Oh God, kill me." It's when you kind of it's for boys only.
You know what? Forget the cooking show. You need to set up a hidden cam and make a reality show of when you teach these classes.
Seriously, I don't even know. Like these kids, this is why you have to start the sex talks young. I mean, they knew too many more other things, and then for them to not know these things, I'm like, okay, there's a lot missing in this sex education going on. So, yeah, I don't know. It was an uncomfortable conversation for me, but I felt like it was better that I had it with the kids and explained it in the best possible Christian way that I could, rather than saying, go ask your mom, and then I get nasty phone calls from like the woman who runs the catechism, like the actual like religious education office, saying, what are you doing in class? So none of it's come back to bite me yet. And
well, you handled it very delicately and appropriately. So
I tried.
That's the key.
But yeah, getting back to the sex talk, I don't know, and it even Colin, we gotta really like not really start talking to him about sex, but he's in a weird position. I think a very weird position, knowing like his mom has a fiance, he lives with us. And not that obviously we show him what goes on like intimately between us, because that's totally not what we do.
Which nothing happens.
What do you mean nothing happens?
I'm trying to keep up appearances.
Beer. In fact,
you are so easy to derail tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I think you put more alcohol in yours than mine.
Actually, I didn't put that much in. Anyways, you're welcome, Jenny. More beer. Yeah, so, I don't know. I think he tries to play like he understands more than he thinks he does, but he's kind of taken to kissing people that he probably shouldn't be kissing. And I mean, it's okay that he kisses me and his mom and his dad and like all that kind of stuff, like family members. But he's started to try and kiss like friends and classmates and like people he probably shouldn't be kissing, and we've had to talk to him about that. That's like something that comes up, I think, with all kids, of who you have that relationship with, what's appropriate for what person. And he's learning slowly where the boundaries are, but I don't know. We had to work on him fake making out with me, which I don't know where he gets these things.
Well, I don't know either, because each time I pick him up from his mom, she does the same thing. She's like, we really got to work on him. That, because he like goes to kiss his mom, and he like closes his eyes and turns his head,
and like pretends like,
which is all he knows.
Which
that's good. Which is good for now.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't need.
Although, I don't know. He's figured something out about tongues, but he hasn't tried it on anyone that we know of. But I don't know. My whole thing is the whole grabbing people's heads and like pulling them into you. Like, I don't know. Not even Mike and I do that to each other in front of Colin or not in front of Colin. Like, I don't know where he gets this stuff. So.
Oh well. Well, there is 4 minutes left on the Blog Talk Radio schedule.
Really?
Time. Yep.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, time just flew by.
And I don't feel like we talked about a whole lot tonight, but apparently we did enough. But
well, it was entertaining. I enjoyed it.
It was, for sure. And I always enjoy our radio shows. Clearly, since we've had 10 of them.
I know. I can't believe it.
I know. We should have had a celebratory party.
Well, maybe we'll do that for our 25th.
Our 25th
That's
show?
more of that's more magical. This is kind of like a wow.
Oh, you actually survived.
Yeah, and then the 100th. Oh yeah, we definitely have to do it like on location.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm looking at some pictures your nephew has drawn that Wendy pointed my attention to.
Oh, the awesome monster with the accurate genitalia.
Yeah.
I actually was going to give him the benefit of the doubt at first when I saw that. I'm like, maybe that's just like a fiery tail that would just, it's the wrong angle. Like, you're looking at the monster head on. So the tail, if it kind of dips, it's 2 dimensions. So, it look like it could be that, but it's really the tail. But no, Wendy pointed out that no, he clearly intended for that to be what it is.
What it was.
Feared it was.
Wendy said he told her later it was an angry Bowser guy with a weenie.
Yeah, and that's an accurate description of what that picture is. I wonder if Wendy would give us permission to post that on our website so everyone else can see it.
I don't know. Wendy, let me know.
Yeah, it's good drawing. That way he can get a audience of his.
Wendy said, "Go ahead. Can I? I'm going to try and post it, or I'm going to try and show it."
All right.
On our. Hang on.
You're going to show off your technical skills here.
Well, I did before. I went and.
It's a little tougher. It's a little tougher downloading pictures from Facebook sometimes.
Yeah, especially this new the way Facebook...
don't worry about it, honey.
Right.
We'll just put it on the blog later on.
All right, fine.
And so
we can do it then. But I don't know if... Jay Davis, do you think that's your friend Jason? I think he's watching a different show than what happened, because he just randomly threw in the chat about the kid being sent to the psych ward, which is what we talked about last time. Oh. So I don't know if he's watching the old episode.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Well, maybe someone should let him know. But he can watch this one after.
Right, and then comment next time.
And then he can catch up with us.
Okay, well maybe that'll happen.
In his defense, and by the way, I hope nobody is actually still listening to the Blog Talk Radio feed, because I'm going to go ahead and just cut it off, because it's going to start barking at us pretty soon. The time's almost up.
Right.
So for those who are listening at the Blog Talk Radio,
thanks for listening.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.
Yep. Because I won't do the Blog Talk Radio by myself. You'll have to catch us on Ustream if I do it this weekend, and I'll send out an invite to let everyone know.
And we'll have everything on talkontherocks.com for you.
Right.
Okay, then. Until next week for the Blog Talk Radio people.
All right, and for the rest of y'all.
Okay.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Oops, okay.
See, that's a really nice British lady that screams at us, "You only have a minute left, hurry up."
Yeah. That's what we got. See, it's like behind the scenes for all those first shows we did. Everyone gets to see the magic that happened.
That's right.
So.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
We were talking about something. You were talking about...
Oh, your friend Jason...
randomly commenting.
Yeah. And then for everyone else out there, I don't know. We lost it. Whatever.
We made our hour and a half. We did good.
Right. I know. I had no, I had no problem doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed our extended
yes, and
show tonight.
Well, I do want to go over a couple of things real quick.
Okay.
One is for those of you who are familiar with Twitter, we do have a new 24-hour chat place. I guess you
We
can call
do?
it. Well, I guess it's the best way you can call it. If you post a message on Twitter, and you end, and this is actually on our blog, if you end your message with the phrase # show chat, it's called a hashtag,
Right.
or the pound sign, and then show chat all together, no spaces. It actually goes into a special stream that if anyone goes to Twitter and actually searches for # show chat, they'll be able to see all the messages that have been posted.
Wow.
So you can kind of keep the conversation going on there. So it's kind of fun because you can play with it on your phone if you got the Twitter app. You can do a lot of cool stuff there. But also, you can go to our Facebook fan page, and things are kind of heating up over there. We're actually starting to get new fans coming in.
Right.
Because I've been branching out. I've actually been all those different cool things we've been liking.
Right.
I've been actually going to their pages and participating in the conversations over there. And when I do that, it actually puts a Talk on the Rocks link that people can click on and come back to us. We've actually gotten some new fans from that.
Honey, that was wrong. Actually, we have 29 people.
We got somebody new.
We have 29 people.
Wow.
I know.
I know. I mean, we got to get 500 fans soon, or I'm going to spend that card.
It's true. It's burning in your pajama pocket there.
I'm going to turn around and have lots of drinks of the night on that card. No. That card will sit there as long as it takes to get to 500.
That's right.
So, I do want to have that drawing because that'll be fun. And plus, the more people you have in chat, the more people you have participating, the better it gets.
That's right. And you know what? I love the new chat function.
Oh, have you had to kick anybody out or anything?
No, you know what? And our friends from 4chan didn't show up tonight, so that's good. But I don't know. I really enjoy having the chat up and just seeing what other people have to say. And you know what? It's no pressure for them to call in. I'm fine with them being in the chat.
Yeah. So we'll just keep the chat or the phone line open. But
right.
The other thing about having more people listening is that it's all about the numbers. It's all about being able to show potential guests that, hey, this is the reach we have.
Right. And we do want to get potential guests. Let me just tell you that I really got excited about the prospect of guests. Today I was driving home from work and I heard on the radio Bon Jovi's song, Wanted Dead or Alive. And I was like, the Deadly Sketch. We need to get Jonathan Hillstrand on here.
Yeah, it's possible. He's done internet radio before.
It's true.
So, but I mean, I don't think it's really worth his time if, well, it's always worth his time because we're the greatest people ever.
Right.
But I mean, he might just look at it and say, okay, they've only got...
never mind.
But also the fact is we can show him on our Blog Talk streams. I am shocked by the number of replays we get on that.
I know.
That show we did for the...
Day the Music Died?
Day the Music Died.
Mm-hmm.
We're closing in on 600.
Really?
Times listened to. I'm not kidding.
For those of you that weren't with us because we didn't have Ustream up until I think this is our 6th show on Ustream. Mm-hmm. We were just on Blog Talk Radio for our first 4 or 5 shows, and you can go back and listen to the old episodes, the old podcasts.
Well, you can hear them on our site. And that 600 does not include from people who've downloaded from our site.
Right. So that's kind of crazy that we've had that many, but they're only an hour long, and unlike the ones that we're doing now, which are longer than that. But I can't believe, because we really thought that show bombed. We really thought, and I thought this was the best idea ever. I was going off of I have a website up on my computer that's the bizarre holidays, and that one came up that it was the day the music died, and I forget what day it was. I can figure it out real quick here.
Was it February 3rd? It
was February 3rd. And I'm like, that would be an awesome show topic. We would come up with all of these names of famous musicians that have died in tragic ways or unexpectedly, and we'd talk about them and their lives, and hopefully people call in and say, yeah, when Michael Jackson died, I was doing blah, 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 and I remember it was such a big impact, or when Elvis died, blah, blah, blah. And we had no one call in, and it was kind of a hard topic for us because it was a really depressing thing after the third person that we talked about. And we talked about 7 or 8 people. And, because obviously we talked about the crash that inspired the American Pie song.
It was fun
but-
because we played the original clips from when those deaths were announced.
Right, and I died laughing.
But,
we
yeah.
should have had you stream them because people would have seen my bobblehead laughter. Oh my god! So I need to rehash this for just a second. So we're doing this, and Mike's got all these clips from when the deaths of these famous musicians were announced and all that stuff. So he's getting ready to set another one up, and he's like, "All right, here's our next one. Let's see if you can guess who it is." And he pushes it, and the guy goes, "Breaking news: Elvis has died." And he's set it up like it was this big mystery, and you gotta figure out who died. And then the guy's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Elvis died," and I died laughing.
Yeah.
Thank God Mike turned my microphone off for the whole duration of the announcement of Elvis dying. But oh my God, I died laughing.
Terrible. Elvis dies and you're laughing.
It's not because Elvis died that I was laughing.
I know. I had forgotten because it had been so long since I had prepared those clips. I had forgotten because up to that point, they all were that way, where it's you'd almost guess who it was about because they didn't say the name until about halfway through. And so that one, it's they just did it right away.
Right.
Plus you're live, so you just kind of, shoot from the hip.
The hip, right. And Wendy said that she actually read the book about the Big Bopper's second autopsy where they exhumed his body.
Wow.
That's actually kind of cool. I don't think you're sick because of that.
Wow.
Hello, we watched back-to-back episodes of NCIS. Valentine's Day weekend, that entire Saturday, we watched 15 episodes of NCIS. You're not sick. What do you mean,
No, I was
You're not even paying attention to what I'm talking about. You're reading something.
I'm actually reading something on Twitter. I'm a big Twitter nut. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I can't get enough of the thing.
He's a wing nut too.
Well, you watch on Twitter. There's all kinds of different conversations taking place, and the folks over at Channel 7 actually they started doing something called back channel. That £sign thing, £sign back channel, and you can kind of see how people are reacting to the different news stories and stuff. And our governor of the state of Michigan released the budget today, and he made some huge cuts, right around $400 per pupil in the school systems. And
because the school systems had so much money to begin with that none of them were underfunded. They're not shutting down schools. They're not cutting teacher pay. They're not getting rid of pensions.
Yeah, well, I'm just people are going back and forth about it and blowing up, and one guy says $400 less per pupil. May have to learn from the Catholic schools to do more with less. It's dude, where have you been? It's already happening. It's been happening. We've been cutting funding for education for years. This is the biggest cut yet.
At this point, how much more can they cut? They don't have money for books. They don't have money for teachers. They don't have money for school supplies. They don't have money to repair the schools or pay the bills to actually heat the schools and have the lights on. They have no new technology. Where else are they going to get?
Well, it hurts because a lot of these school districts get their funding from property taxes. And what's happening in the state right now? Foreclosure city.
Right.
And the more foreclosures you get...
Wait. Renamed Detroit? That's foreclosure city, right?
Oh, God.
Well, I'm just saying,
hold on. There you
but thanks.
You're welcome. I'm on top of it.
You know what, too, is the funny part about that is Mayor Bing actually just released some press release saying that they were going to encourage the firefighters and policemen that work in Detroit to start moving back into the city by offering them $1,000 incentive bonus or something that.
No. What it is that they can they're going to completely pay to renovate some of these homes for them and get them moved in. And the out-of-pocket cost to the police, it's the police people. The policemen and policewomen they're going to have do this.
I thought it was the fire department too. Excuse me.
Maybe, but I know the police for sure because one of them was on the press conference and took them up on it. $1,000 out of pocket is all they're looking at.
Oh, that's how much they had to pay.
And
Gotcha.
and actually, to me, that's a good idea because these properties are abandoned, and studies have proved left and right that when you have cops living in the neighborhoods where they work, crime goes down. Well,
for sure. Well, then even the fact that abandoned homes aren't abandoned anymore. If you look at a street that has 2 houses out of 7 that are lived in, as to the upkeep of the street, as to how much crime goes on the street versus a street that has everyone living in a house. Neighbors look out for each other regardless of how they feel about each other, and they make sure that, the neighborhood is more or less safe. Empty houses breeds trouble.
Yeah. Well, if you look at that report they did on the news the other night about the undercover ATF agent who was doing a drug bust. And did you see that?
No.
You didn't see this? Oh, well, you have to watch that tomorrow or something. What it is he was going in and do the bust, and his cover wasn't blown. They had no idea that he was a cop. I didn't actually watch the second half of the report where it was a teaser where they showed you the video, but they don't tell you why they did what they did to him. What did they do? They pretty much pistol whipped him, put a gun to his head, and said they were going to. He thought he was going to die. And so finally he's like screaming, I'm a cop, I'm a cop, I'm a cop. You know, they're like, don't kill me because this will be even worse for you.
Right.
And also to get the attention of his backup.
Right.
Well, they got in there and they saved him. He didn't get killed, which was nice. But one of the drug dealers got killed. Boo-hoo. But
because he's not anybody's son or anything.
well, still, I mean,
I know, but I'm just saying.
he made that choice. He made that choice.
I
And,
know.
Husband, father, whatever. He made the choice, and he got killed for it.
Right.
It's unfortunate that he had to make that choice, but he did. But the whole point of that story is...
Beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not the whole point of the story. See,
No, but that's all our listeners care about.
Thanks.
Beer.
Thanks.
Anyways, Mike from Ohio said that in all those abandoned houses, they could teach about sex and drugs there.
Yeah, there's free lessons going on there daily.
Wendy says they should teach it to the toddlers.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. I think we need to wrap this up because, you know, you're leaving tomorrow on a jet plane, and I know when you'll be back again because I'll hurt you if you don't. And we need to finish packing your stuff.
So, are we doing the show on Tuesday?
Yes, you and I will be back live on Tuesday.
Okay.
And I will let people know tomorrow whether or not I will be doing a show.
Well, you know how to
Saturday.
log into everything.
I do.
So, who knows? Maybe I'll be watching. I'll get to be a viewer.
Maybe. Or maybe I'll do it during, like, you know, dinner time. Maybe I will take Mike up on his recipe suggestion of a healthy pizza.
There you go. You got the bread baking stone for it.
I do. I got my awesome future husband bought me a bread baking stone for my birthday. So
I am awesome.
you are. So
On that note, thanks
All
for
right,
tuning in.
friends.
We enjoyed it as always.
absolutely. And thanks for tuning in to Talk on the Rocks. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Mike.
We'll catch you next time.
All right, and be sure to comment on the show tomorrow, Jason, and let me know what you thought.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Good night.